It's the Alabama show. Where we lock and load. It's the Alabama show. Where we lock and load. It's the Alabama show. Where we lock and load.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Allen Powell Show, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. And we got a locked and loaded show for you as always. Cliff Mason, how you doing, brother, in California?
I'm doing all right. I'm honored to be on a panel with a brother that obviously knows the SEC is the best conference, and we'll get the Big Ten fan on the right track pretty soon.
There we go, my dude already. There you go.
Fired. Shots fired. Well, I did not know about this. I did not know he was going to come out the gates like that.
That's all right.
Hey,
That's all right.
it's a shock to me, but I like it, though. I like it. The original NFL Brad coming in. How you doing besides the shot that was just taken? How are you doing?
I.O. in the house, okay? Buckeyes, baby. What?
Oh, don't do it.
SEC. Right,
Marcus Miller, what's up, brother?
You know I'm in the building. You already see. Every time I'm on here, it's gonna be something. It was Kentucky last week in hoops. Now I'm rocking Auburn. What y'all want? I got South Carolina, Vanderbilt. Don't matter. I'm SEC all day, baby. I got it all.
Yes. So, hey, y'all see the energy. Y'all see what's going on already. It's going down. We got a lot to discuss today. J.R. Smith is back. The craziness is back. A.V. Bradley's sitting out. A lot of stuff going on. But first, we got to jump it off with the big news that happened, I think, yesterday, a couple days ago. Cam Newton to the Patriots. But before that news was announced, the news came out that the Patriots was going to get fined. They was going to get fined for the sideline camera crew recording. Then all of a sudden, they break the news. Cam Newton. It seems like they always find a way to get over. Last night, show, brother, we just jumped it off talking about the Cam Newton news. They found a way to cheat again. It seems like they getting fined for cheating. But now like they cheated again by getting Cam Newton, a former MVP. The original NFL Brad said she told me something about this a while ago. I don't remember the story, but I'm gonna give you the floor to tell the people what exactly that did you tell me?
Bro, we were doing our final takes at the end of the show. You, myself, and Cliff. We were doing our final takes. You're like, do you think Cam is going to have a spot? Cap is going to have a spot? And I don't know who else we said. And I said that I thought that New England would be a good spot for Cam. And y'all like, nah. Because it don't matter what I say. Y'all don't agree. Which is I done forgot more football than y'all know, but it's all right. It's all right.
You said he would be a good fit, but did you call it that he was going there? That's what I'm saying. It's one thing to say he's a good fit, but it's one thing that you called it. Was you not comment? Was you Cleo? Was you somebody?
I said, gotta be some double text. Ooh, Lord, Father.
Which one? Did you call it?
There would be some belt check stuff to get Cam. And y'all like, nah, he ain't gonna fit in the system. Cam do what Cam wanna do. He not gonna fit in the system. Bro, come on.
Did you call it? Let me go around the panel. I'm not gonna ask you no more. Do you believe she called it, or you were just making some random comment?
I honestly don't remember if she called it to the Patriots, but I think we all agreed he was going to have a job.
Okay, so you don't believe she did it. Okay, Marcus, do you believe she called it, or she just making a story? Which one?
You know what? She didn't call it per se. When we was talking about Cam and Kaepernick and everybody, and she did. I remember the comments. She did say Cam will have a job, but I don't know if she signed up for 1 year, $7 million.
Okay. And then Lance, do you? The tone of her voice, does it sound like she called it, or is it a fib?
Hey, I believe her. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Belichick always take a chance. he always take a chance on players, man.
We're not talking about Belichick. We're talking about the original NFL Brad. Did she call it or was she fibbing?
She convinced me that she called it. She convinced me.
Okay.
Something like that.
I got some land for sale, Lance. I got some land for sale.
I'm not saying that you're lying. I just wanted to know. Did they believe? That's all. Now, we got that out the way. Now, after we got that out the way, can you just tell us your thoughts about the move? Since apparently you called it, Rhonda.
Okay.
What do you think?
First of all, this is a very good move. This is a good move. Now, I'm not saying, everybody else is like, oh, they going to the Super Bowl now. I don't know about all that. But this is a good move. First of all, as Belichick always does, it's a win-win situation. If he loses, he wins. If he works out, he wins. If he doesn't work out, he wins. A lot of people are like, well, Cam is not the same kind of quarterback that they've had there. Belichick and Josh Daniels, they work to their talent. That's why they're so good. They're going to work to the talent of Cam Newton, and they're going to bring out the talent in him and work around that. Now, with that being said, if it doesn't work out, that third draft pick that they lost because they was taking pictures at a Bengal Brown game, they got that pick right back if it don't work. So it doesn't matter. And Bill Belichick, he don't even draft in the third round. He get all his good people 4 to 7. So I think it's gonna be a good hit.
You good with it? Cliff, man, what you think of the move, man? Cam Newton.
I think it was a good decision for the Patriots, a great decision for Cam Newton. People got to remember, the Patriots have Josh McDaniels as their offensive coordinator. So McDaniels has worked with some of the best quarterbacks. I mean, he brought Tim Tebow, who's not a quarterback. He's a fullback that can throw the football. He brought Tim Tebow to prominence. Now he has one of the most talented quarterbacks that's ever played. The dude is what's Cam? 6'6", 260?
6'5", 6'6", something like that, yeah.
So he's built to last. He's durable. He's tough. He's coachable. No coach has ever had anything negative to say about Cam. So for Cam Newton, this was a brilliant decision because now he's at the most premier franchise in football, and he can demonstrate he's a good locker room presence. He's a leader. He's coachable, and he can win. He's going to show all of that for the next year, and now anybody's going to be able to sign him. I know everybody on this panel probably agrees he's being underpaid right now, but he's going to make up for it this following year. Now for the Patriots, I'm with Rhonda. I don't think it was a big risk for the Patriots because they're getting this uber talented quarterback. And what's the risk? Like, he loses a few games. He's not going to get hurt. They still have the best backup. For the Patriots, it's good. For Cam, it's even better.
Hey, so the only thing that I would comment, come back against you on is the durable part. He has had a few injury issues. Everything else I agree with, but he is coming off a couple of surgeries. That we're gonna have to talk about. But Lance,
bionic man now.
Simeon Williams says Bill Belichick never had a mobile quarterback before. Lance, what do you think about that comment?
It's facts.
That's true though. I mean, who he had? He had Tom Brady. He had Matt Castle. He never had no mobile quarterback before. That's a fact.
Jacoby a little bit when Jacoby was with him.
Oh yeah,
a little bit. But go ahead, Lance. What's your thoughts?
I think it's a win-win situation. You know what I'm saying? Belichick 1 year, $1 million. He don't got nothing to lose. A 1 year deal with incentives, he can get up to $7 million. So that's definitely a win for them. He's an upgrade from who's the other guy that was going to play? I don't even remember his name.
All I know is his last name. Stidham.
Yeah, him. So, but the one thing that they do got to do, they got to get him. He has receivers, but he don't have a downfield target. Cam Newton like to throw the ball down the field. Those guys are like intermediate route runners. He need one person to stretch the field and open up the rest of that stuff because he's not an accurate passer. He ain't bad, but he's not a pinpoint passer. So he needs that person to stretch the field to open up everything for him. So if they get him a deep threat, he'll be all right.
Before I see you move your hand. Before you get in that clip, I want to get Marcus in there real quick, man. What's your thoughts, man?
You see, I'm rocking the Auburn today for Cam. Let's go, baby. Hey, my point is to this: it's a win-win, man. Either way around, it's a win-win. It was a no-brainer. In other words, that's a no-brainer. The Patriots, why not? You can't hurt. You're going in with Jarrett Stidham as the predecessor to Tom Brady. Don't do that. Come on, bring Cam in. And what I love about Cam, Lance, you made a good point. The downfield passing, I really don't want him back there on 5-step drops, 7-step drops, waiting for somebody to get 40 yards down the field. This dink and dunk is going to be perfect because guess what? If it ain't there, take off and give me 6. If it ain't there, take off and get me a first down. Now he moving the chain, and this is the Patriot way. Move the chain. We might get a big play here and there, with Gronk and when they had, the old Philip Dorsetts and all of them, we might take a shot. But that dink and dunk, Cam is going to love it because now it's read here, I'm taking off. It ain't waiting for Dwayne Funchess and everybody trying to, Steve Smith to try to get deep. No, he was getting murdered out there. That's why he hurt.
Let me ask y'all this because I think Lance made a great point about his accuracy. I think accuracy plays a part in Bill Belichick's offense. Is Cam accurate enough to run this offense and be precise as Tom Brady did for all those years? Cliff, go ahead. If you had a response to the first comment and then touch on that.
So I think Cam often gets painted as inaccurate. I'm just going to list 2 names: Greg Olsen, Steve Smith. Those are the best receivers Cam Newton had to throw to his entire career. Greg Olsen can't hold Rob Gronkowski or Aaron Hernandez's jockstrap. Sorry, he's never had the same talent that these other dudes have had, and he still put up numbers. The dude was an MVP throwing to junk receivers. So I don't think that's to me, that's not a negation of his accuracy because he was accurate his whole career. He just, when you're throwing junk who can't get open, I mean, anybody that's played, you got to be able to get open. You got to have a window. He's throwing in the windows this big because dudes are slow and dudes aren't good route runners. I think he's been accurate. He's proven he's accurate.
Lance, do you believe he's been accurate to Cliff's point or no?
He's been average. He's not a pinpoint passer. So, but the Patriots will make adjustments. They not hard-headed where they just gonna demand that he runs Tom Brady's offense. They're gonna make adjustments to Cam's talent. You know what I'm saying? But they still need somebody to stretch the field to open up the middle. If there's no deep threat, that's why the Patriots wasn't really that much of a threat last year. Tom didn't have a deep threat. They need a deep threat to open up the middle for him. They do need that.
Rhonda, go ahead, get back in there.
Well, so y'all, I don't know why y'all irritate me today. You do not become a Heisman Trophy winner and an NFL MVP, and you're not accurate. So let's just throw that out. You all sound like everybody else just want to pick him apart and do everything. Glennon has a job. Brian Hoyer is in the quarterback room, and you want to sit up here and actually pick apart Cam Newton. It's like the only question that we should have about Cam is the bionics gonna work when he gets out there? Is that foot gonna be able to do what that foot needs to do? And like the other gentleman just said, they're gonna play to his talents. If they don't have the deep threat, then they're gonna figure it out. They're not gonna force him to be in a pocket. Des Bryant is out there though. I'm just saying.
Marcus, are we just picking apart his game, or are we spitting real facts that he is average as far as accuracy go? What do you think?
I mean, I got on the Auburn stuff, but it's true. He's Cam is like he's like a 3-point shooter. He'll get hot 7 in a row, 200 yards passing, but he will go 1 for 7 and throw it at your ankles. Let's not right. Come on, y'all. Come on, for real now. Right. Let's well, we're just saying let Cam be Cam. Let Cam be Cam. Exactly. But not all of them. No, let's not do that one. Well, I got 7 right now. The big boys.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Cliff.
So, sure, I'm with you. There's moments and he'll throw it at your ankles. I lived in Charlotte. That's why I'll admit my bias. I lived in Charlotte, so I was out there cheering for Cam for a few years.
Oh, we got some bias. We got some bias.
We got a homer.
If we think about all of the defensive Pro Bowlers the Carolina Panthers had, Cam Newton never had a Pro Bowl offensive lineman. That dude had people in his face on the second step of his 3-step drop. Of course he's throwing it at ankles. He's getting his head knocked off.
Time out. He didn't have no Pro Bowls on his line. I could believe Khalil I believe the center. I believe Gross, the left tackle, made the Pro Bowl. Hold on now. I don't know about that statement about Pro Bowlers. I think he had a couple.
On the Super Bowl run, were any of them Pro Bowlers?
Nope.
I don't know. You might have to pull it up. We can't just be spewing
we're gonna
stuff
have
off.
to
We
Google that.
got to look it up around here.
15-1 with no Pro Bowlers on the offense.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to I think Rhonda's point. She said, "You can't win a Heisman without being accurate."
That's
yes, you can. You can. We seen Tim Tebow win a Heisman, and you know he can't throw the ball, so you can't use that argument. You got another argument, Rhonda? I give you another chance.
Anomaly to all of this. He won't even be out. I don't even know. I don't know who he was. Let me shut up. No. Okay. Let's move past the Tim Tebow conversation.
Marcus Ford says. Marcus Ford says Michael Orr, was he a Pro Bowler that season? Do anybody know?
The blind side.
Yeah.
Was he, I forgot he was with Carolina. I thought he was at Baltimore.
Did he play a couple of years with the Carolina?
Carolina, but I don't know if he was on that Super Bowl team.
Okay. So we have to check that out. He also said that don't forget Antonio Brown's still available. He apologized to them too. I don't think that's gonna happen. Would they go back down that? Would they go back down that lane again?
That black life don't matter.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Call Dez.
Wow.
Let me ask y'all that question. Let me get away from that comment right quick.
Right.
You gonna get took off after saying stuff like that? This is like Black History Month all over again. You don't say nothing like that at this time. What is going on?
It was too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
That's like you got on that Ohio State.
What
got on that Ohio State hoodie? See that?
That comment was too soon for Antonio Brown.
Look, hey, the viewers done went down from 20 to 11. What is going on? Did you just mess up our viewers?
You're running them all.
Right.
Wow.
Hey, Marcus Ford said he played on the 2015 team when Cam won MVP. So, my man out there looking up stats, man.
Yeah, Ryan Khalil and Trey Turner. Ryan Khalil and Trey Turner were the two Pro Bowl O-linemen.
But they had two.
Played. Yeah,
that's a big difference from zero, bro. You went from zero to
the Super Bowl year.
Come on now.
That was the Super Bowl year. That was afterwards. That's 2016 on.
Okay, but all right, we'll let you roll.
He's not gonna get 5,000 yards. He's not gonna get 5,000 yards because his O-line is just all that.
Right. I mean, let me ask y'all this though. Okay, Cam Newton to the Patriots. One, is he automatically going to win the job? And two, where does that place them in the division and the conference? Marcus, I'm gonna go to you first.
The job is his. Don't worry about it. Him and Jarrett Stidham. You know what? Now that I think about it, Jarrett Stidham is also from Auburn. Boy, I'm killing him today. Anyway, the job is his. Everybody know. He's pretty much coming in. All he's got to do is be Cam. Show him that he's still that dude. He's still athletic. He still got that confidence. He still got that swagger and do the job. My problem with him is that just don't try to come out there and do too much. He ain't played in I don't know how long, right? It's been maybe a year. So don't come out there and the first play you want to audible. We got a screen pass and you want to throw, like Lance said, you want to throw a 50-yard fly pattern. No. Stick to the program, Cam. He'll be just fine. And
then what about the division and the conference?
Oh yeah, that's the. You know what? I like the Buffalo and then the Miami's coming up with Tua, but ain't none of them ready. Belichick will beat them. They're gonna be 6-0 in the division like they always are. You know, they might get upset.
Give me the lineup between Kansas City, Baltimore, those teams. Where do they rank with those?
Oh, well, they definitely up under. Yeah, they up under them too. I would say they third, they fourth, somewhere around there. Depends on if Pittsburgh come back looking good with Big Ben, and then
you got them winning the division.
Yeah, and see how Phillip Rivers play out there with them boys in Indy, T.Y. Hilton and stuff. It's a lot of what I'm saying, there's a lot of question marks out there. But if Cam can come in, not turn the ball over, they still got a running game. My boy from SEC Georgia, Tony Michelle, they still got a running. Listen, I'm telling you, the cupboard ain't bare out there. The cupboard is not bare. As much as everybody wants to say it is, it's not bare out there.
Gotcha.
Lance,
I
think Buffalo is I think Buffalo, the whole Buffalo fandom just was ready to eat a bullet after Cam went there because they thought this was going to be their year, and I thought it was going to be their year too. And now I'm thinking no, but I don't think they're going to be 6-1 in the division.
So will they win a division? And where you got them? Where do you have them?
The Jets and the Dolphins. Yeah, that's all. I'm just
I'm just saying not 6-0. The Dolphins will always suck and get them for at least one game.
Right.
So that's 5-1. The Bills are improving. You get them at home where it might not matter because they don't have no fans, but still, you get them at home. you still might split Buffalo. Now the Jets, that's a whole different story.
The Jets could be decent. The Jets could be all right though. They ain't that bad. They still got Le'Veon. The quarterback was coming on a little bit last year.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. All right, he ain't bad.
Lance, where you got him in the conference? Kansas City, Baltimore.
Man, I got
Marcus said the Colts gonna be a problem. Between the division winners, where do you got them slated as far as 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Okay, so first, I don't even have them right out winning the division like that.
So you got Buffalo.
They're gonna have to fight for that division, man. This is not a given. First of all, Cam has to adjust to them, and they gotta adjust to Cam. Like this ain't just gonna go in there and run smooth like a well-oiled machine. This is an adjustment period that's gonna have to happen. So they're not gonna get out the gate 6-0 like that. It's not gonna happen. So they're gonna struggle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Then them division games are gonna be tough. Buffalo is better. We don't know what Tua gonna do if he even gonna play. I think the Jets is better than what a lot of people think. So they might win a division, but I think it's gonna be it's not a given like it's been the last 20 years. And then as far as if they don't win a division, it's gonna be tough for them to get a wild card spot. They're not contending with Kansas City or Baltimore though. They won't be.
You got them struggling to make the playoffs,
huh?
You got New England struggling to make the playoffs.
Only one team coming out that division. They better win that division.
And okay, Cliff, what you think about that?
Nah, they'll split with Miami and they'll split with Buffalo and they're sweeping the rest. They're winning the division, and I mean so the Patriots have done this before. Tom Brady got hurt game 1, back in 2008, 2009, and they went on. Matt Castle won 12 games that year. It was a freak year where 3 other teams also had that record in the playoffs. But if Matt Castle can win 12 games, I think Cam can double digit.
Good point. That's a good point. Everybody who's tuning in right now, real quick, I just need y'all to share a live so y'all people can see it. They can comment. We can post their comments. We posting comments on here. Victor LeGrand say Buffalo coming. We got some Colts fans in here. We got Marcus Ford talking about the Colts. My brother Simeon Williams, he's a Colts fan. They coming in. So the comments are coming in fast and furious, but I need y'all to share the live so y'all people can comment and we can get their comments on here too. Let me ask y'all this last question on Cam. Why wasn't any other teams interested? For example, I'm gonna go on a rant real quick because my Bears could have got Cam for the first, and they paid me Hold on. Y'all not about to sit here and just bust up and laugh. Y'all not about to. Yeah. I will take y'all pictures off this time real quick. Y'all laugh.
Al, I'm a Bears fan with you, man. Don't worry about it. I'm with you. I'm a Bears fan for sure.
But we got to pay Nick Foles, I believe, $24 million guaranteed for 3 years, and New England, with they snake behinds, come in and play the league minimum and get a former MVP. Lance, I'm gonna give you the floor first because you're a Farabella fan like me. Why wasn't any other teams looking, and why the heck did the Bears not go on Cam?
I'm gonna tell you why the Bears didn't go in on Cam. The Bears don't go in on nobody till Virginia McCaskey is gone. The Bears is gonna be black and white. They will not take no chances on nobody. They never do. They never will. That's just the way it's gonna be until she gone, bro. Like, I hate to say it, Cam was never even on the radar. I knew he wasn't coming to the Bears, bro. It was never on my mind. You already know that.
Cliff, I'm gonna let you go second because the two gigglers gonna go last.
They're gonna be because I don't even have a good answer for this. Why I don't know. I don't know. It was just, I mean, it's bad managing. I don't have a lot. The Bears should have signed him. They could have signed him for 5% more than the Patriots did. It was just bad management.
Yep.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Rhonda. What you got?
The Bears didn't sign Cam Newton, sir, because the Patriots were probably already talking to them. You know, they cheat all the time. So they were already talking. They cheat all the time. They was already talking to him, told him just to lay low. Do you notice he wasn't talking? He wasn't on Twitter. All he was doing was just showing his stuff off. The Patriots had already decided that they were going to do that. And that's why. And then back to Lance's point is, we ain't had a black quarterback since Vince Evans, and you know that's what broke me up.
Marcus, get in there.
Hey, hold on. Hey, before Marcus starts talking, man.
Okay.
Y'all gotta know that he is the arch rival, so it's some hate coming, man. He a Packers fan, so his opinion is not as much.
I'm glad you put that in there, Lance. I'm glad you prefaced that. Thank you, brother. With that being said, go ahead, Lance. Go ahead, Marcus.
Hey, you know what, man? The Bears, they never let me down, bro. They never. I can count on them every time, everywhere I turn. Listen, the Bears is just cheap. They could have had them for nothing, and they still didn't want to pay the man. And then they get Nick Foles. Listen, the Bears are who we thought they were. They will never ever decide to go out on a limb. Injury, they gave every excuse not to pick Cam. He's injury prone. He's selfish. You know, he's cocky and all that stuff. And the most disciplined team in the league picked him up for $1.2 million with $5 million in incentive. I love the Bears, man. I love them. Go Bears.
Yeah.
Go Bears.
All right, enough of you. I'm starting to get a little fidgety with all this Packers fans commenting on my Bears. So let me move on. Hey, Malsalt says, you know doggone well that family not getting no more of us as a quarterback. And when he say us, I believe he's talking about black folks. Did that play a part in the Bears not picking up Cam Newton?
Hey, we had Cordell Stewart one year, though. We did have Cordell Stewart 1 year.
True.
Look at our face.
Really? We gonna talk about Cordell?
I'm just saying.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Quick fact check. So Victor Legron said the Bears have employed more black quarterbacks than any other franchise. Is that accurate?
Nah, I think he might be like trolling or something. Like I don't know.
I'm gonna say, wait a minute.
I don't know unless he's talking about like Chris Leak and like Henry Burris. Like if he's talking about a whole bunch of bum, then maybe. But I'm talking about starting QBs.
They re-signed Glennon. Didn't they re-sign Glennon?
No, he's gone. He gone.
Glennon got a job somewhere. And y'all got 10 tight ends.
James Williams says Cordell and Henry. I'm thinking you're talking about Cordell Stewart and Henry Burris. So I think, like I say, Henry Burris was a real backup, so that really don't count. We talking about starting quarterback.
Right.
We talking about real quarterback. We talking about studs.
I'm talking about
played the game.
We talking about
Somebody that played 3 weeks.
Cordell 15 year in that league.
Okay, so last thing before we move on, Marcus Ford says y'all overhyping Cam like he did something the last couple of years. So let me ask y'all this question: do he still got stuff left in the tank? He's only 31 years old. He coming off injuries. Do he still got MVP Cam in him, or is it going to be a lesser version?
I don't know if he got MVP Cam, but he don't need MVP Cam in New England. He don't have to be the MVP there. Belichick gonna construct that defense to be a monster like he do every year. And as long as he get that offense over the hump, they can win 10 games, maybe. You know what I'm saying? He can win 10 games if he come back and be 75% of what he was.
Okay. Anybody else want to comment on Cam?
He got more than Phillip Rivers. He did more than Phillip Rivers the past 2 years. He got more than that bum in Vegas. Like, of course he does. He's got a whole lot left.
Okay. Rhonda?
My point with Cam is Bill Belichick and Josh Daniels took a piece of a man from University of Michigan and made him the hottest thing in the NFL. He was going to be the greatest quarterback ever because of Belichick and Josh Daniels. If they could do that with a piece of man that they did to Tom Brady, Have you seen his combine? Did you see him do that run? He tried to run the ball against in the Super Bowl. Have y'all seen him? They took that and made him the greatest quarterback in the NFL. And you can't take. Yeah, they'll do just fine with Cam.
Hey, but hold on, no. He was good before Josh McDaniels got there. Josh McDaniels didn't make him. And Belichick is more of a defensive coach than an offensive coach, man. So Tom Brady had that in him. They just pulled it out of him.
Whatever was done, he played that part. I still don't think that he was better than Bledsoe at that time.
Oh, so
that's just an opinion. That's just an opinion.
I'm gonna let Marcus get the last word, then we're gonna move on. Go ahead, bro.
I'm telling y'all right now, just pay attention to the Patriots. It's the system, bro. Jacoby Brissett look good too.
Yep.
Matt Castle look good too. You know what I'm saying? Garoppolo, I guess, he look good in San Fran too, so I guess he's a stud now. But everybody in that system, everybody that comes through that system looks good. And you know what, Lance? You're right. The best thing about the Patriots is that he's a defensive minded coach, just like Ron Rivera was in Carolina. Don't turn the ball over. We will win, Cam.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking of systems, I gotta ask y'all this. I was supposed to move on, but I gotta ask y'all this one question. Speaking of systems, Tom Brady is going to a new system and Bruce Arians. We're going to find out how great Tom Brady is, even though he's kind of older. Will he be okay in that system in Tampa Bay? Marcus, I'm gonna let you go around real quick. Yes or no? Will he be good in that system, Tampa Bay?
He's gonna be average at best.
Average. Lance, good? Yes or no?
Yes, he'll be good. He got weapons, and Bruce Arians is an offensive mind. Yes, he will be good.
Cliff, yes or no? Will Tom Brady do good?
No, I don't care if he's throwing to Jerry Rice. No.
Rhonda.
Mediocre.
Wow. So y'all got Cam thriving. Y'all got Cam thriving, and Tom Brady on his way down. That's what you're saying.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Sounds good to me. We're gonna move on, man. We had some NBA players, 16 NBA players tested positive for the virus.
Yep.
The commissioner comes out saying, hey, we was on schedule, but hey, I don't know if the virus is gonna halt us. And we got players dropping out. Will this NBA season get through, Cliff?
I don't see how it can. I mean, if a major, so I guess we've been fortunate that the 16 players are not like household names. If we get a star that's in contention to win a championship that contracts the virus, I don't know how we don't say it. And then if someone tries to compare it, well, people get injured. This ain't the same. Nope. To compare this to an injury, to me, is apples and oranges. If a star like LeBron, Kawhi, PG, if a star contracts the virus, I don't know how you continue the season. And plus, for them to even roll out with this continuation of the season in a reduced capacity with no crowd, with half the league chopped off, without a plan, a contingency plan to accommodate for contraction of virus, to me, it was irresponsible of the league. So does it go on? I don't know. If they're hard-headed and they're just worried about the dollar, then it's going to go on. But if they're thinking about the safety of the players and the staff and the coaches, I don't see how they go on.
Lance, what you think?
I agree with him, man. I seen Joe Robinson today, matter of fact, and I was talking to him, and I told him, I don't agree with them playing, man. The same thing he said. You're going to try to confine these people to a bubble. First of all, we still don't understand the testing. We get false positives, false negatives. So we don't know who got it and who don't got it, right? So somebody might come into this bubble that has it and contract. But like he said, what if LeBron or Kawhi or AD gets it? Nobody want to see this playoffs without those guys playing.
Nope.
It's not the same. We don't want to see that.
I think it's going to take one of those for them to say, oh, it's a wrap. Because if they catch it, they're going to be like, you know what? All right, our stars done caught it. All right, that's enough. We didn't try it enough. Marcus, what do you think?
I think they shouldn't even start it this season. This is horrible. Half the players ain't playing. Now we got scab teams. All right, no Avery Bradley. Let's pick up J.R. Smith. And there's no I forgot Kyrie and them. And somebody else just picked up Trey Burke. And stop it. Please, guys. Don't nobody want. I don't want. I'm not excited about this at all. And I saw the schedule. We got 1 o'clock. So now it's in the same. It's in the bubble, right? So now at 1 o'clock, the Wizards play the Kings, and at 4 o'clock, LA plays Sacramento, and then at 6 o'clock, all in the same gym. Come on, man.
Right.
This is terrible.
Right. Rhonda, what
I don't want no parts of it. I'm disappointed, and I probably, to be honest with you, I probably ain't gonna watch it until playoff time, and maybe even the finals if there's some big dogs in it. But I'm not excited about who's the 5th seed in the East. I don't right now. You know what I mean? I'm not excited, man, at all.
Got you. Rhonda, what are your thoughts? Will they get through this season?
They shouldn't have done this, but what's going to end up happening is after everybody gets the cooties, it's going to be a G League championship. That's what they're going to have, because that's what they're going to do. They have to move up the farm team guys. They're getting J.R. Is J.R. Smith the one that didn't know how many seconds was on the clock or something? Or how many something? So we got special behind. And I'm like, they just, they're trying to get this whole LeBron winning one for Kobe. Man, come on. Like, Kobe will still be there next season. Let's just wait. You know what I mean? Because it's just going to be the G League players by the time they get to the end.
Let me move on to this. Speaking of J.R. Smith, Avery Bradley was I feel like he might have been the best player so far to say he's not playing. That's on a championship caliber team.
Yeah.
I think he was a starting 2 guard for that team. He's opting out from the season, so they picks up J.R. Smith. Looking at it from a basketball sense, if we looking at the teams, does that move hurt, or can J.R. Smith fill that role like Avery Bradley? Marcus, I'm gonna get you in there first. What do you can J.R. Smith fill that role that Avery Bradley left?
You know what? If you put him and Dion Waiters together to try to make up for Avery
Dion
Bradley.
Waiters?
Oh yeah, Dion Waiters. If you put them two together to try to make up for it, Avery Bradley is nice, guys, but if he gets 16, he had a great game. So if you can get 8, and you can get 8 from Dion and 8 from JR, yeah. But the thing that I'm missing on, he's young, and he's a dog. Now Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith are dogs. They just got attitude and just want to fight. But Avery Bradley was a defensive guy on the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, just chalk it up, pick up a couple fouls. You ain't dunking on them. You shoot. Right. I'm not having that. But only way they can do that is if they split his minutes between Waiters and JR to try to come up with the 15 or 14 points and maybe a couple of steals here and there between them two. But just to have on the floor, they missing Avery Bradley big time. He was the one dog in that starting lineup with LeBron. AD is kind of a soft, fragile guy, and Cal Kuzma is another pretty boy that tries to act tough. They ain't really got no dogs on that team.
Right. Lance, can JR and Dion Waiters fill Avery Bradley's shoes?
On the offensive end, JR might get hot and hit a few threes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Dion got, but defensively, they cannot fill Avery Bradley's shoes, and that's what they need more than anything. They don't need the points that much. I mean, the points help, but they needed Avery Bradley for his defense, for the defensive end of the floor. LeBron and AD can score plenty of points and Kuz, so they cool on the points. They're not really going to miss his points, but those dudes can't fill him on the defensive end, and that's going to hurt him. So, no, they cannot fill his spot, no.
Cliff, what you think about it?
Well, first, let me give a shout out to Melissa. Just commented, running for Congress. Good luck out there.
Good luck.
Hey, I don't know if we're supposed to tell who we voted for, but I believe I voted for her. I seen her on the ballot. But hey, hey, Black Lives Matter. I knew she was black. No, I'm just like, go ahead.
So, I got so many thoughts. I'm gonna try to condense into 30 seconds.
For sure.
I don't think they lose with going from Avery Bradley, J.R. Smith, because J.R. Smith gives you more offensively. They're both great perimeter defenders, but I'd say Avery Bradley's probably an elite perimeter defender. So are they losing a little bit? Yeah, but is it going to cost them a game? No. So if we're saying, are they now deficient because he's gone? I think not. And all of this, the talk, like Rhonda's comment earlier, talking about, isn't he the man who forgot what time it was? That was one mistake that had no impact on the final result of the game.
And it happened.
It had an impact.
J.R. Smith was one of LeBron's best teammates. There's a reason he would not have signed off on him coming to LA if he was a troublemaker, if he wasn't a dog, if he didn't work hard, if he didn't get in people's faces. There's a reason that Kobe recruited J.R. Smith, tried to get him from Denver. He refused to come out. J.R. Smith plays hard. Stars.
He a little goofy though.
With that dude. He had games in New York. He had games in Denver. The dude has balled everywhere he's gone. He's an upgrade for the Lakers for sure.
J.R. Smith is, come on, no.
Come on, Cliff.
Played in how long?
Come on, Cliff.
Wait a minute. No, wait, I don't know much about the NBA.
Uh-huh.
I think you might be going a little bit far there, though, my friend. I think that they signed him because he's cohesive with LeBron, and he can work well with LeBron. I think that is the reason why he got signed. Which that's fine. I don't have no problem with that because I'm all anything LeBron. I'm it. So that's fine. Like I'm anything.
You might get took off this screen. Keep talking about LeBron like that.
Here we go.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Cliff.
So clearly, let's think about all the free agents that are out there. Isaiah Thomas, Jamal Crawford. If he's so bad, they would have went with those two dudes. Clearly, J.R. Smith is the best option to play with this team right now.
But that's not true.
That's not true.
Go ahead,
You think that J.R. Smith is better than Jamal Crawford right now?
Right now? Without question.
Yes.
Oh, they signed Jamal Crawford.
The problem with Jamal Crawford is he can score. He has to have the ball to score. LeBron
play defense either.
That's why they don't.
People don't talk about LeBron. Listen. People don't talk about LeBron. LeBron is ball dominant, you guys.
Yeah.
He doesn't play off the ball well at all. So now you need I'm gonna pick up Kyle Korver and all these shooters because I gotta have the ball in my hand. I can't run down and stand in the corner and knock down a three. That's not LeBron's thing. So to have Jamal Crawford out there boogie-oogieing, Isaiah Thomas boogie-oogieing, coming off pick and rolls, that means LeBron is standing on the wing. That's not gonna happen. Come on in, J.R. Smith. Stand in the corner like you did in Cleveland. Knock down a couple shots, and if you miss a couple shots, you're sitting down. That's why he's not more important than Avery Bradley. Because Avery Bradley's gonna give you minutes no matter what. If J.R. misses a couple shots, he's sitting down.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
But J.R. Smith is more disciplined than Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford will have a game where he goes 2 for 17. J.R.
Go
Smith
with J.R. J.R. will go over 7 from 3. Yes, he will.
Let me say this. I think we all can agree that they're going to miss Avery Bradley's defense. I think that's the biggest point. I don't think JR, Jamal Crawford, Dion Waiters, none of them can play defense as good. I think Avery Bradley was the best perimeter defensive player on that team, period.
And
so, no.
Are we forgetting that they got a championship point guard on that roster that was locking down dudes?
Who's locking down?
No scrub.
That's not
Rondo is 99 years old.
Thank you. That means he can't play defense like that anymore.
I'm gonna tell you what Avery Bradley was gonna come into play. I'm gonna tell you what Avery Bradley was gonna come into play because it's the Lakers and the Clippers all day. When Lou Williams heat up, they don't have nobody to put on Lou Williams, man. Avery Bradley was the person that was gonna guard Lou Williams when he got hot, and that's what's gonna happen. J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters cannot stay in front of Lou Williams. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, Malsaw says time to fire up Jackie Moon in the tropics. I'm with it. Love me, sexy. Bring him out. One of my favorite movies. Hey, I got a question. So it was news that came out that NBA is talking about painting the Black Lives Matter on the court and possibly putting some on the back of the jerseys. What are y'all thoughts about that? I mean, I think it's a good gesture, but is that a good start off to because a lot of players, even JJ Redick said it could possibly be a distraction by them playing, but he also said that he believes they should play. So if they use this platform to promote the movement and they put it on the court, is this a good start?
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, it won't hurt. I don't see how it's a distraction. How is it a distraction with a logo on the floor or something on the jersey?
I'm not talking about the logos in per se. I'm talking about just them playing. And I've been saying that for the last couple of shows. I believe playing basketball is going to shift the focus to, we got our sports back. Hey, and take away from the business of the Black Lives Matter movement. But Cliff, what's your thoughts?
I don't think it's going to distract from the movement because now you've got players that are pretty activists, like compared to some of the 90s stars that are going to be able to continue to shed light on these issues. I think LeBron and other people like the CP3, I think they'll wear T-shirts that represent their position. I think we'll see some I Can Breathe T-shirts. I think we'll see people starting to post a little bit more. Now they can get back on social media, and I think they can highlight some ways that people can get involved. I don't see. I agree with Lance. I don't see it as a distraction. I actually see it as possibly helping the movement, because now you got eyeballs on athletes, and these athletes can shed light on these issues. So I see it as a bonus.
But let me ask you this, and Rhonda, I'm gonna get to you in a second because I got a special question just for you. So I want to ask that because I believe that they can promote the movement, but for how long? How long until we get back into the mode of okay, basketball season, playoff mode, and then it starts to fade away? How long? Or do you think it's going to be a constant reminder every game? Lance, what you think?
I don't think that sports is going to determine that. I don't think that sports is going to determine if this momentum keeps going. That's up to more of the civilian or regular people if this ball keeps rolling. I don't think that sports is going to hurt. It could help. I don't think it's going to hurt, though. I don't think it's going to hurt at all. It's up to us, though, more than the athletes to keep this ball rolling. Because it always happens. We get in an uproar when something happens, and then a couple weeks down the line, then it all dies down. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that the sports will hurt it, though. I don't think. Not this time.
So my next question, I want Marcus to chime in on this one too. I'm directing it to you, Rhonda. So my question is, will the NFL do anything like this? They can easily paint some Black Lives Matter stuff in the end zones or whatever the case may be, or the middle of the field. But why does it seem like the NBA always jumping ahead of the game? And I mean, I think we all know because the NFL is like the good old boys club, but you are the original NFL brat. Will the NFL do anything like this, or is the status quo?
I think first, two parts, if you don't mind. First part is by them wearing it on their shirts, putting it on the court, it keeps the conversation going. And the only way we're going to get to is we have to keep the conversation going. We have to. So if you keep seeing, if I keep putting it in your face, you got to talk about it. Okay. Second part with the NFL. The NFL is cooking up on something. They're just trying to figure out what they can, what not can do, what they're willing to do.
Right.
What they're willing to do. Now the fact that they're only going to get maybe 50% of their fans in the stadiums. So they can't really put not doing anything on, well, I got to make this ticket, I got to make this ticket. So that they can't put it on that. So they're going to do something. I believe that with all of this, they just have those secret pants and then they're going to pop out with something because that's just the way the NFL does something. Because basically those 32 owners have their hands together. They're talking. It's some of it is like don't want to do nothing. Some of them that want to do something but don't want to do too much because they don't want to. They just changed the flag. Football changed the flag in Mississippi. They've been trying to do this since 2001.
Right.
Football changed the flag in Mississippi. They're going to have to do something. If the NCAA is doing stuff like that, like changing the flag in the entire state, and you're not going to do anything, you're going to look like crap. And what he's not ready to do, that is not what they're ready to do. Jay-Z is in their ear. Y'all going to see something. We just don't know what it is because they're afraid to say what they're going to do because they don't know how far they can and cannot go with it because they're trying to play it close to the line.
Marcus, go ahead. Will the NFL do anything?
Maybe not everybody realizing that Colin Kaepernick was color. Now you get a lot more people saying stuff like that, like, oh, we understand now, stuff like that. I can see them doing something simple, but I think it's apple to oranges with the NBA. NBA right now, they're all going to be in one central location, guys. So they going to blow this Black Matters thing. Every 15 minutes, they're in LeBron's face. Kawhi plays next. They all in one location. With the NFL, first of all, it's 35 more players on the team per team. It's 15 players on the NBA roster. 12 probably play. The NFL has a 53-man roster. You see what I'm saying? And they're not just all playing in one location. Baltimore's at home this week. Kansas City's at home this week. Dallas is at home this week. So it depends on that location, or if they're going to get unified and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. At the beginning of every game, we're going to take 5 minutes out. We're going to take a knee before the national and whatever they're worried about, whatever politics come into play. I feel like they're going to do something. I don't know if they're going to sticker on the field or hanging something on the goalpost, but maybe they'll have somebody come out and say a few words for the game. Lil Wayne will come out and speak, and maybe they have Ray Lewis come back to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that. But you got to realize it's going to be.
Last word before I move on, Cliff. Cliff, I'm gonna go to Cliff, and then I'm gonna go to you, Lance. And then we gotta hurry up, move on. Go ahead, Cliff.
So I got a different perspective, and this isn't gonna be a popular opinion, but the reason they're gonna handle this so differently is, in my view, the NFL operates on an antebellum system where it's much more owner driven, and the players kind of on the plantation.
Yep.
In the NBA PA, the players have all of the capital and the power.
Yep.
So that's the reason they're going to handle it differently, because the players are going to be the ones driving the activism. The owners ain't going to drive the activism in the NFL. So I think that's the reason it's going to be so different.
That was my exact point. The union in the NBA is way stronger than the NFL, for one. So the Players Association is going to push a lot stronger. And Adam Silver as opposed to Roger Goodell, man. That's a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, Adam Silver is way more with the movement of the players than Roger Goodell is with his players. The NFL, they wear helmets, man. You can put somebody out there to replace somebody, and we don't see their face. You know what I'm saying? The NBA is more about the players.
Yep. That's a great point. All great points, man. Real quick, we're going to move on to my word of the day, and then we got a few minutes left. So listen, my come to church moment today is Deuteronomy 31 and 19 and 20. If y'all follow me today on Facebook, I made a post. I made a list today. Just something came to me. I read this scripture and it stuck to me. So Deuteronomy 19. This is a guy talking to Moses. He told Moses, listen, write down this song and teach it to the Israelites and have them sing it, so that it may be a witness for me against them. When I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, the land I promised on oath to their ancestors, and when they eat their fill and thrive, they will turn to other gods and worship them, rejecting me and breaking my covenant. What stuck out to me is God told Moses to teach them a song, because he already know once y'all go over into this land, y'all gonna start eating good, y'all gonna be feeling good, and y'all gonna forget about me. And so what made me write down this list today is, like, I don't want to forget what God brought me from. So I wrote down a list from my beginnings, my early marriage struggles, being homeless for a little bit of time. All these things I wrote down to remind me where I came from and to give me excitement about the future. So this scripture was good to me because I thought it was a reminder of where God done brought me from. I know y'all got some things y'all done came from. So I encourage everyone listening, write down the list. You might can just post it on somewhere to give you a reminder of where you came from and get excited for your future. So Deuteronomy 31, 19 and 20, check that out. Don't be like them Israelites. Go. God gonna bless you and be all great. Then you forget about what he did for you. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. So that's my word for the day. We're going to get back into a few more sports stories. Got a couple of extra sports stories. So we came across, do you remember it's the 10-year anniversary of the decision, the LeBron decision. So my question is, do you remember where you were and who did you think that where he was going? Lance, as a Chicago fan, I know our name was in the hat. Where do you remember where you was at, and do you remember where do you think he was going?
I don't remember where I was, but let me get this disclaimer though. I was a big LeBron fan up until that happened. I did not like the decision. That's what turned me off on LeBron. All right. I can't deny his talent. He one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I can't deny that. That turned me off. The decision turned me off. But of course, I wanted him to come to the Bulls. Everybody, from Chicago, come to the Bulls. I had no clue where he was going, though. I definitely didn't think he was going to Miami, though. I didn't want to see him and D-Wade play together. At that time, D-Wade was still in his prime. I wanted to see them two battle each other. They were supposedly like the best players in the league along with Kobe, right, and Melo. I wanted to see all of them battle. I didn't want to see them playing together. So That's how I felt about it when it happened, man. That's what turned me off of LeBron, but I respect him for everything that he do off of the court, and you got to respect this game too, though. But I stopped being a LeBron fan when he did the decision. When he was first in Cleveland, though, I was a big LeBron fan.
Right. Cliff, the decision. What team did you think he was going to, and do you remember where you were at?
I was almost certain he was going to go to the Knicks because to win at Madison Square Garden, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to make history. He'll be able to finally be in the conversation for one of the greatest. But he went to Miami to play alongside, like Lance said, at the time, the best two guard, because Kobe's on the downslide, the best two guard. And people forget, Chris Bosh was all NBA before going to Miami. He was the best four because he was better than Kevin Love. He was better than Kevin Garnett because he was old. So the three of them at the time were the best in their positions in basketball. People got to – I always argue this. Is like people forget, like you got to give Chris Bosh credit. And D-Wade was the best two guard. That was the best trio in the past, 10 years. It was better than the three in Boston because they were old. But the decision – to me, the decision had nothing to do – I didn't feel I didn't care. I just thought it was a bad decision for him, but ultimately it was a great decision because the dude won 2 championships. Got demolished in one and lost another one where he kind of folded, but that's another conversation for another day.
Right. Rhonda, go ahead. Say what you got to say. I see your face.
My heart was broken when it happened, to be perfectly honest. Like,
oh yeah,
my heart was broken because we wanted him to stay, but I understood the business move. You know what I mean? So, but my heart was broken. I don't know if you all heard the story that the agents have put out that they were actually trying to get them at Chicago, but y'all D Rose wouldn't come and visit.
Yeah, he didn't do no recruiting at that time.
They left Noah in charge of that.
I think when they got the job, they didn't have a car ready, so they they had to get a cab, and then they were locked out of the stadium or something. So it just seems like we just heard about this. I think this week on ESPN.
Yeah.
My heart was broken. Yeah.
Right. Lance, you did make a good point. D Rose won recruiting, and we left it up to Noah. LeBron didn't return none of the messages or whatever. Marcus, where was you at, and who did you think he was going to?
Can I ask y'all something?
Yeah. Hey. Go ahead.
Be careful with your question. You might get to go.
I just want to ask a question. Who was LeBron James when he was making a decision? How many rings did he have?
0.
This is the problem I got with LeBron James. Don't force feed me. Let me like him on my own. How do you get a press conference for something? You ain't done nothing. You ain't done. I'm sorry, man. See, that's he's the king. He was cold. Listen, you know how many cold people there was, Al? There was a lot of people that was cold. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James was cold. He was cold.
Right.
Everybody, Charles Barkley, he didn't have no a decision. ABC Channel 7 at 7 o'clock. What's his name? Check topic. What? Who are you? I don't care who he was. I don't like him. I didn't like him no way. Come on, dude. Y'all force feed me LeBron. I promise you, I would have maybe liked LeBron a lot more.
Look at her face, though. Look at her face, man.
You the king. The king of what?
So listen. Look, we got less than a minute left. I need a real quick yes or no. We got less than a minute. He came out. It was an article that said it was the fans' decision to have the show, The Decision. Rhonda, yes or no? Is it true or false? Yes or no, real quick. Okay, she's slow. She's slow in action right now. Lance, yes.
I didn't hear it.
False.
It was an article that came out that said it was the fans' idea to come out with the decision. Do you believe it or not? Lance says false. Cliff, true or false?
False.
Marcus, true or false?
We already know LeBron already thinks 2 steps ahead. Come on now.
Rhonda, true or false? One word.
True.
True. Okay, I believe she's a homer too. Okay, real quick, y'all. Hey, I need y'all to listen. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Give us a review. We got merch for sale. Y'all see the shirts. If y'all want merches, any colors, order y'all merch. We ship it. My man Lance repping it. My man. Yeah, we got merch. We got jerseys. If you got a company you want to advertise, we can get your logo put up here. We can have an interview. We can do all of that stuff. So message me, contact me, and we will make that happen. So we about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all people. Y'all head it down, man. Y'all shut it down. Listen, we're gonna see y'all next week. We out.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Love. SEC. SEC. SEC.